we're here today for the official grand opening of the Salvation Army Thrift Store and Donation Center. Joining me is Jerry O'Neill, who is a major in the Salvation Army organization. And you're going to talk to us today, and I've got a lot of questions.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. We're excited to be here. We're excited to be in the village of Addison, and we look forward to a great partnership and a great opportunity to serve this community.
Well, first of all, I want to know what the Salvation Army is. I know it was founded somewhere in the 1800s in England. And tell us where it was from, why it was founded.
Well, the Salvation Army was originally in 1865 established as the East London Christian Mission by a Methodist minister who married a Quaker woman, and they were just overwhelmingly filled with compassion to do something about helping people in need and social justice and what that looked like. And so they began that. And if you look at the history of the Salvation Army, very much fundamental as far as social welfare reform. The Salvation Army had some of the first phosphorus-free mattress factories. They were instrumental in child labor laws and just a wonderful opportunity. But really, how do we change the world by making life better for people? And in 1878 became the Salvation Army and moved to the United States in the early 1800s, about 1882, and now is in 137 countries around the world.
Well, I know you've been in many countries. You have helped a number of militaries
Absolutely.
During wars and conflicts, and I think that's one of the things that stands out, at least in my mind. You're there to help and serve. And when there's a disaster or something that happens in a community, you're right there with the coffee and donuts.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, one of our emergency disaster services canteen is going to be out serving coffee and donuts for the grand opening, and then they're going to serve hot dogs for lunch. But it's a great, great opportunity to really seek to meet people's needs in very practical ways, whatever that looks like. It might be a cup of coffee. It might be clothing. It might be a coat for somebody who's struggling with that. It might be housing assistance. And the Salvation Army around the world has been lots and lots of different things, everything from hospitals to orphanages to schools to we have hospitals in Chicken-Cotta, Africa that are on the leading edge of AIDS research. But it's just a great opportunity to say, how do we help people in very tangible ways? And I work in the specific area of the Salvation Army called the Adult Rehabilitation Center. And so all the stores, we have 21, this is our 21st store in the Chicago area. They fund our rehabilitation program for men and women around the central United States. Really, it's an opportunity for hope, healing, and restoration. People's lives, as you know, are decimated by drugs and alcohol. And our program is an opportunity to do that. And these stores, that's the only revenue that we get to run our program. We don't get any state money, any federal money, any United Way, any money from any place. Every dime to run the Adult Rehabilitation Center is from funds generated from the operation of our stores.
Now, is it totally run by volunteers, or is it a combination? Because there's a lot of employees around here.
Yes. The vast majority of our folks are employees, but we do use volunteers to assist in that, and that's a great opportunity for people to be involved, for folks that want to give back and be a part of an opportunity. And a lot of folks just want to go out and do something and keep busy, especially folks that get retired, and they want to say, how can I give back? How can I do something that's meaningful? And our opportunity is to do that, is to provide meaningful opportunities. If we don't have anything in our store system, we can connect folks with the other branches of the Salvation Army, because there's everything in the Chicago area. There's feeding programs, there's housing programs, there's emergency disaster services. There's lots of opportunities for people to be involved.
You also have not child care, but education.
There are lots of different. Yep, there are lots of different programs. Everything that you would probably anticipate the Salvation Army is doing, and if not, we're partnering with great agencies that are doing that. And one example of that today, as we speak, is recently they had the fires in Rogers Park, and the Salvation Army is involved with a lot of agencies to set up what's called the MARC, an MARC. That's a Mass Agency Resource Center. The idea is, how do we get it convenient for folks that are looking for assistance, rather than going to all different places? Let's get everybody together under one roof so that we can provide assistance to the folks that need it. And again, the Salvation Army can't do everything on the planet, so we partner with a lot of great agencies to be able to say, okay, we don't do that, but here's who does, and here's how we can get you connected.
Well, I'll tell you, in my opinion, it's a very worthy organization. When you talk to military, when you talk to people that are in need, it's a resource that they feel comfortable in going to.
Absolutely. And for me, it's been my whole life. I've been in the Salvation Army since I was 10, And now I'm 30, so, well, actually I'm more than 30.
That's okay, because
been
I'm
a
39.
long time, but
we can both fib
That's
a little.
right. I've been in social services my entire life. I'm the oldest of 9, raised by a single mother. My mom could work, but she couldn't negotiate all the extra stuff, so she was kind of forced to go on welfare and do that. So I've been on that side of the fence, and now I've been on the other side of the fence as well. And it's a great opportunity, again, to work with a great agency, lots of great people. More importantly, how do we help people? How do we change this world one person at a time?
Well, here's another question: the hours of service here. I mean, and if a person needs service and doesn't have the donation to make, or doesn't need to be shopping for something, how do they find out about services provided by the Salvation?
They can stop in and talk to our store manager, and we'll get them connected to the other branches of the Salvation Army. So we'll get them connected to where they need to be to find out where they need to go. Because, it's a big challenge, as you know, for folks to have enough money to drive around and gas and things like that. So last thing we want to do is throw a phone book at people and say, go figure it out. We want to do our can to make sure that we can get them connected to where they need to be.
Well, this is a donation center and a shop till you drop center.
Absolutely.
That's kind of one of my favorite words.
Absolutely.
And they do have, the organization is very well maintained. I mean, you're very organized, it's labeled, it's priced, it's a comfortable place to shop.
Well, and that's what we want to be. Thrift has changed very dramatically, in the last 15, 20 years. And it used to be just kind of throw everything out and hope that some of it sells. Now folks don't want that. They want a nice, neat, orderly store. They want things to be well displayed, to look good, to be in good condition. And that's our goal. We want folks to have a very positive shopping experience. We want our donors to have a very positive donor experience because we know that folks want to support programs that are very special to them. But we also know at the end of the day that it's about convenience. And so we want to make sure that the donation experience is convenient as well. So we've got a beautiful covered canopy here to the side of the building where folks can drive up and drop off their donations, and they don't have to worry about the rain and snow and all that stuff that's going on.
Also, now, Mayor Hundley, I know you have younger children with little kids, with grandkids, and I think the kids today are really not looking for the brand new jeans that have the cuts and slice in it. They have to have the ones with the holes.
Holes in it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yours too, right?
Yeah, that's the end thing. I'd rather not have holes in my jeans, but yeah.
Or pay money to do
Or
it.
pay money to do it, yeah.
That's right.
And they don't want the new ones. They come to resale stores for
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's refreshing. That's refreshing to know that the generation that's coming behind us, it's important to them to make sure that things are reused and recycled. Last thing we want to do is throw things away. And at the Salvation Army, that's true for everything we do. It's true for the stuff that you see, and it's true for the people that we're involved in. We never want to just throw people by the wayside. We want to take every opportunity to see the best in them and show them that life can be different.
Well, I've also noticed, and not only in this facility because you're new, but in some of the others, everything that you have on display for sale is actually displayed neatly. There's nothing that I can see that's actually tossed around on a counter. So you have somebody that's always here just kind of picking up,
Give us a
hanging
couple
up.
hours once the customers get in. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's
we.
right. Yeah, I was going to say same thing, Jerry, yeah.
As soon as we get the folks.
Yeah.
But we do have, that's a constant battle to go through and straighten things up, put things back on the rack. Because again, folks don't want to sort through big piles of stuff. They want stuff to be neatly displayed where they can see it and it can be a good experience for them.
And dressing rooms.
Absolutely, yep. We have dressing rooms here. And so, folks, that gives them an opportunity to try that on, see what it looks like. You'll see that here when we open. Folks will go and they'll gather large piles of clothes, they'll put it in their cart, and then they'll sit over in the dressing room and they'll try it on, they'll look what it looks like in the mirror and everything like that. And that's good because we want them to walk out of the door and be happy.
And the other thing is, it's not just clothing or accessories, it's also furniture.
Absolutely. Furniture, and if you look back over here behind us, people still buy vinyl records.
I just noticed that.
So, videos and DVDs. I'm not the only person in the world that still has that.
Player.
That's right.
Like old school, yeah.
I can't be the only person in the world that still has a VCR at home, right? Somebody's got to have one.
So back there you have an area of books and media.
Yes.
So, and media goes
And people
back.
still do read books.
I do.
Yes.
I like turning pages. Okay, if we can just take a little walk around and see, and then cut a ribbon and
Welcome you to the village.
Absolutely.
welcome everybody to this
Yeah.
new facility. You actually have somebody standing, a few people outside.
Oh, yes,
waiting already.
yes.
So that's a good problem to have.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a very good problem to have. Mayor Hundley, I really think this is a very neat, clean location, easy access, and what I like even better, you can see it from 355.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
so you can see it from
We're
a long
very
distance
grateful for
away.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I think that's a very good plus.
Yeah.
Very good plus. So let's take a little walk around and see what you have to offer here, and then we can go cut the ribbon and make it official.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're here to take a little bit of a tour, and we're also going to meet some higher-ups in
Yes.
the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk over here.
Absolutely. Lucille, these are our leaders, our command leaders. They are responsible for the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation in the Central 11 states, Colonel Greg and Colonel Poppy Thompson.
I've already found this fabulous outfit right here. Take a look at the shoes, right? Take a look at the shoes and take a look at this fur cape. It's beautiful and it's comfortable too. Very practical for a Chicago winter.
And she doesn't do the preaching, she does the practicing of the preaching. So shop till you drop.
Exactly. Come over here to Addison. It's
right.
a fabulous
Yeah.
new store.
They're here to lend support to our opening, but they also take the opportunity. Oh yes, and they want to support the local economy, and they should.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing that.
This is Margarita Ramirez, our manager, and she can give us a little description of the area and what it looks like.
Okay. Well, this is our women departments along with the shoes on top. In the back, we have the furniture department. And then far on the wall, we have the dresses, coats. If we walk more that way, we have the men's section, also with the men's shoes on top. On the up front, we also have more of the women's section, the children's section, the fitting rooms.
So everything has an area that it's a section. You're just not everything all in one spot.
Yes, no, everything is by sections, by departments. Women department, men department, children department, shoes.
And I noticed the shoes are even in the size order.
Yes.
So you're looking for a size, you can just look for the right size and they're all in order.
Yes, most likely. Yeah.
I did notice that because I was
First
shopping
thing this morning they will be.
well, actually, I was shopping around already.
Change in 20 minutes.
That's a good thing.
Yes. And then on this side, we have our linen department. We have our brick and brack department, and then books and media by the front.
Everything that doesn't have a specific category, Lucille, goes into what we call brick, which is kind of just a generic, a lot of different, sometimes it's appliances, different things like that.
And little things that maybe there's one or only two, and
Yes.
you don't need a whole area for that.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. So that kind of gets all classified in the brick.
So up in the front by the entrance, we have our jewelry counter. Our behind the registers, I can say
Handbags, and you've got some
the handbags.
really nice handbags.
Yes. And then our registers. And then we also have our what we call boutique, like the higher end clothing in our impulse area.
There are the jeans that we talk
The
about.
ripped jeans, yeah. No, I say, yeah. Pay big money for
We will.
that, yeah.
Just as far as for now, the opening, it'll be 9 to 7 for donations, Monday through Saturday, and eventually on Sundays. So yes, the address to the Addison location would be 1020 North Rohlwing Road, Addison, Illinois.
Wonderful. Now let's get this ribbon cut.
On behalf of Addison, I'd like to welcome the Salvation Army to Addison and wish you the best of luck, and this is going to be a great grand opening.
Are we ready?
1, 2, 3. Oh. Yeah, that's okay there.